Did you know that eating cheese the right way could actually help your liver heal? This may sound surprising, because for years, cheese has been seen as a guilty pleasure, something you should avoid if you care about your health. But recent research is painting a very different picture, especially when it comes to your liver. Now, over 100 million Americans are living with fatty liver disease, and most of them don't even know it. The silent epidemic is growing fast, and if left untreated, it can lead to liver fibrosis, cirrhosis, or even liver cancer. What's scary is that fatty liver often has no symptoms until it becomes a serious problem. People just carry on with their daily lives, not realizing that their liver is struggling to keep up. But here's the good news. Studies are now showing that nutrition plays a huge role in liver recovery. And one of the most unexpected heroes in this story is cheese. Not all cheese, of course, but specific types of cheese, eaten the right way, can actually support liver function and even help reverse some of the damage. Let me share a real-life example. Meet James, a 54-year-old accountant from Ohio. James had always enjoyed fast food and processed snacks, and he rarely paid attention to his diet. A routine checkup revealed that his liver enzymes, NAFLD and AST, were much higher than normal. His doctor diagnosed him with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD, and advised him to make some serious lifestyle changes. But James wasn't ready to give up on all the foods he loved. That's when his dietitian introduced him to a liver-friendly meal plan that included lean protein, lots of vegetables, and yes, low-fat cheese. James was skeptical at first. Cheese? For liver health? But the science made sense. Cheese is actually a great source of high-quality protein, packed with essential amino acids that your body needs to repair and regenerate liver cells. Think of your liver as a massive chemical factory, constantly working to filter toxins, process nutrients, and manage fat storage. When the liver gets overloaded, especially with excess fat, its cells become damaged. Protein is crucial because it helps build new liver cells and replaces the ones that have been harmed. Cheese also provides important vitamins like D and K2, along with zinc. These nutrients play a big role in boosting the immune system and reducing inflammation. For someone with liver issues, that's incredibly important because chronic inflammation is one of the main drivers of liver damage. There's even more exciting news from clinical research. A study published in the journal Nutrition and Metabolism followed patients with fatty liver disease who added low-fat cheese to their daily meals. After 12 weeks, their liver enzyme levels, ALT and AST, had dropped significantly. Their blood lipid profiles improved too, showing better cholesterol and triglyceride numbers. That means their livers were not just functioning better, but also storing less fat, reducing their risk of future complications. When James followed his new plan, he chose low-fat, low-sodium cheeses like cottage cheese and part-skim mozzarella. After 3 months, his blood tests showed a remarkable improvement. His ALT and AST levels had decreased by nearly 30%. He felt more energetic, less bloated, and his doctor was genuinely impressed by his progress. The best part? James didn't feel deprived. He was still able to enjoy his meals while giving his liver the nutrients it needed to heal. Now, before you run to the grocery store and load up on cheese, it's important to remember that not all cheeses are created equal. High-fat, highly processed cheeses loaded with salt are not going to help your liver. In fact, they might do more harm than good. But the right kinds of cheese, eaten in moderation, can become a powerful tool in your liver recovery journey. I'd love to hear from you. Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with fatty liver disease, high liver enzymes, or other liver issues? How have you been managing it? Feel free to share your story in the comments below. Your experience could help others who are going through the same thing. In the next part of this video, we'll talk about exactly how to choose the right cheese for your liver health, how much to eat, and how to combine it with other foods to get the best results. So stay with me, because this is not just about cheese, it's about changing your health one small step at a time. So, How exactly do you eat cheese the smart way to help your liver heal? The truth is, not all cheeses are created equal. To actually support your liver, you need to choose the right kind of cheese, eat it the right way, and pay close attention to how much you're consuming. This is not about just adding random cheese to your diet, it's about making informed choices. Let's start with the type of cheese you should be eating. When most people think of cheese, they imagine rich, creamy, salty varieties, the kinds that melt on top of pizzas or come pre-sliced for burgers. But these types of cheese are often loaded with saturated fats and sodium, which can actually make liver problems worse, not better. What your liver needs is low-fat, low-sodium cheese. These options are processed in a way that reduces the fat content and limits the amount of salt, allowing you to get the protein and nutrients you need without overloading your liver. Some of the best choices include cottage cheese, ricotta, and part-skim mozzarella. These cheeses still taste great, but they're much gentler on your liver. Let me share the story of Linda, a 62-year-old woman from Florida. 2 years ago, she was diagnosed with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Before that, her daily diet was full of high-sodium processed foods and fatty snacks, and she loved eating deep-fried cheese sticks and packaged cheese slices in her sandwiches. When her doctor warned her that her liver was getting worse, Linda decided it was time to change. She did some research and switched to using low-fat fresh cheeses in her meals. Instead of eating salty, processed cheese, she started adding cottage cheese to her green salads and spreading ricotta on whole grain toast. After 6 months of sticking to this new routine, her liver tests showed significant improvement. She was thrilled to see real results from such a simple change. Besides choosing the right cheese, portion size is just as important. Some people think that if cheese is good for the liver, eating more must be even better. But that's not how it works. Even low-fat cheese is still calorie-dense. Eating too much can lead to excess calorie intake, causing weight gain, which puts more stress on the liver. For people looking to support liver health, the recommended daily amount is about 25 to 30 grams of low-fat cheese. That's roughly 1 to 2 thin slices, or about half a cup of cottage cheese. Eating the right amount helps nourish your liver while also helping you maintain a healthy weight, something crucial for anyone dealing with fatty liver or elevated liver enzymes. Here's also solid science backing this up. A study published in the journal Nutrition and Metabolism found that people with fatty liver disease who added 30 grams of low-fat cheese to their daily meals saw a significant reduction in liver enzymes after just 12 weeks. That kind of change means the liver is functioning better, storing less fat, and starting to heal. But it's not just about the cheese alone, it's about how you include it in a balanced, healthy diet. One great way is to combine low-fat cheese with leafy green vegetables in salads. This adds antioxidants and fiber, both of which help reduce visceral fat and support the liver's detoxification process. Another smart option is to eat low-fat cheese with whole grain bread for breakfast or as a healthy snack. This combination keeps you full longer, helps control blood sugar levels, and reduces fat buildup in the liver. You can also sprinkle a bit of cheese over vegetable soups to enhance flavor without making the dish too heavy. These simple adjustments can go a long way in supporting liver health. One thing you should absolutely avoid is combining cheese with alcohol. A glass of wine or a beer might seem harmless, but for your liver, alcohol wipes out all the benefits of a healthy diet and forces the liver to work overtime. If you're serious about improving your liver function, it's important to keep your entire lifestyle consistent with that goal. Let me ask you something. In your daily routine, what kind of cheese do you usually eat? Have you ever paid attention to choosing low-fat, low-sodium options? If you have, I'd love for you to share your experience in the comments. And if you haven't, maybe now is the perfect time to try something new. Sometimes, just a small change like switching the type of cheese you eat can help your liver heal day by day. In the next part of this video, we'll explore how to combine cheese with other healthy foods to create a liver-friendly meal plan that promotes recovery and overall well-being. So stay tuned, because this journey is just getting started. It's important to understand that eating cheese for liver health isn't just about adding a few slices to your plate and calling it a day. To really help your liver recover, you need to build a lifestyle that supports healing from the inside out. It's about making small, consistent choices every day that add up to real results over time. Let's talk about how you can combine cheese with other healthy foods and habits to maximize the benefits for your liver. One of the simplest and most effective ways to do this is by creating balanced meals where cheese complements other nutritious ingredients. For example, you can add low-fat cheese to a fresh salad made with leafy greens like spinach, arugula, or kale. These vegetables are loaded with antioxidants and fiber, which help reduce visceral fat, the type of fat that wraps around your organs and contributes to liver problems. When you combine greens with a small serving of cottage cheese or part skim mozzarella, you get a meal that supports both digestion and liver health. Plus, the protein in the cheese helps you feel fuller longer, reducing the chances of overeating or snacking on unhealthy options later in the day. Let me tell you about Robert, a 47-year-old teacher from Texas. Robert used to skip breakfast, grab fast food for lunch, and snack on chips late at night. When he found out he had elevated liver enzymes during a routine checkup, his doctor recommended he change his diet. Robert started by adding a simple salad with low-fat cheese to his lunch every day. He mixed baby spinach, tomatoes, cucumbers, and a sprinkle of part skim mozzarella. After just a few weeks, he noticed he had more energy in the afternoons and didn't feel the need to grab junk food between meals. After 3 months, his follow-up blood test showed his liver enzymes had dropped significantly. This small daily habit became a foundation for his new, healthier lifestyle. Another great option is combining low-fat cheese with whole grains. For example, spreading ricotta cheese or cottage cheese on a slice of whole grain toast makes for a quick and satisfying breakfast. Whole grains like whole wheat bread, quinoa, or brown rice provide fiber and complex carbohydrates that help stabilize blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar stays steady, your body is less likely to store extra fat in the liver. This is especially important for people dealing with fatty liver disease or prediabetes, as both conditions are closely linked. There's also the option of adding low-fat cheese to soups or vegetable stews. For instance, sprinkling a tablespoon of grated part skim mozzarella or a spoonful of cottage cheese into a warm vegetable soup can add flavor and protein without making the meal too heavy. This is a great way to enjoy comfort food while keeping your meals light and liver-friendly. It's important to mention that no single food will heal your liver by itself. Cheese can be part of a healthy plan, but the rest of your lifestyle matters just as much. Avoid processed foods high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives. Drink plenty of water to help your body flush out toxins. Aim for at least 30 minutes of light exercise most days of the week. This could be walking, gentle yoga, or swimming. And don't forget about sleep. Your liver does much of its repair work while you're resting, so getting enough quality sleep is crucial for recovery. Let's take another real-life example. Karen, a 58-year-old nurse from New York, was constantly stressed and rarely had time to cook. She used to grab whatever was quick and easy, often skipping meals and then overeating late at night. When she was diagnosed with early-stage liver fibrosis, her doctor warned her that she needed to act fast to avoid more serious problems. Karen made a commitment to change her routine. She started preparing simple meals at home using low-fat cheese, whole grains, and lots of vegetables. She also cut back on alcohol completely, something her doctor emphasized as non-negotiable. Within 6 months, not only did her liver enzyme levels improve, but she also felt less tired, slept better, and noticed her digestion was smoother. Karen said, "The hardest part wasn't giving up her old habits, it was finding the motivation to start. But once she saw the results, staying on track became easier." I want to ask you, how do you usually combine cheese in your meals? Have you ever tried using cheese in salads, with whole grains, or in soups? If you have, I'd love to hear about your favorite combinations in the comments below. And if you haven't tried this yet, maybe today is a good day to start experimenting. You might discover new meals that are not only delicious, but also support your liver's recovery. Remember, small daily choices create long-term change. By combining low-fat cheese with high-fiber vegetables, whole grains, and a balanced lifestyle, you give your liver the best chance to heal and function at its best. This is not about dieting or giving up everything you love. It's about learning how to eat and live in a way that helps your body work better, one meal at a time. In future videos, we'll dive deeper into other foods and habits that can protect your liver and boost your overall health. So if you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe and join me for the next step in your health journey.